again with Chris Kuiper for a look at our forecast and that rain we've wanted for so long.
Yeah, it's finally on the way. It looks like it'll be arriving Wednesday and then kind of sticking around for a while as well. So that's good news. That will help improve the air quality a whole bunch. That will rain out most of the pollutants, not all, but most of the pollutants out of the atmosphere and clean up our air quality a whole bunch. It's already doing pretty good in Redding and not too bad in Red Bluff these days. Still unhealthy in Chico, in Marysville, and Yuba City, and it's still in the hazardous range in Oroville, kind of showing you the localized effects here. But again, once we get into that rain, that will really improve that situation a whole lot. That's when we have to start shifting our attention on the possibility of mudslides. And a flash flood watch is in effect not for this whole area here, but mainly for the Camp Fire, the Carr Fire, the Delta Fire, the Hertz Fire, and the Mendocino Complex, those burn scars that we have left over where the vegetation is now gone. And if you have a steep slope in those burn scars, the possibility of mudslides exists if the rain gets heavy enough. And the incident meteorologist on Friday was talking about how, generally speaking, about a ½ inch of rain per hour, that's close to the threshold. Right now, if I had to go with one thing, I would think it's not going to happen, but it is a possibility. So it's something we'll track very carefully as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Speaking of Wednesday, we got a first winter storm watch of the season been issued for the Sierra Nevada. It'll be snowing in the mountains, generally above 6,000 feet. But if your travels take you over Donner Summit or so, carry your chains. It's that time of year finally. Temperatures right now in the valley, 60s and 50s. In the mountains, 50s and 40s showing up for current temperatures. What about our day tomorrow? One last dry day coming up. 36 at 8 in the morning, 58 by noontime, and highs tomorrow in the low and mid 60s before we cool back to the upper 50s by 5 o'clock. Rain begins Wednesday. It goes into Thanksgiving and Friday. The weekend does look dry, however. Looking at our storm system, here it is right here, starting to take shape and develop. Low pressure back here behind it, pushing it onshore. Let's see what Futurecast is going to do with it. And again, going into our day tomorrow, still dry here through tomorrow afternoon. We go into Wednesday. Oh boy, the busiest travel day of the year, and that is a messy one for us on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day kind of dries out, and then we go into Thanksgiving night, another shot of rain coming on shore, and then we go into Black Friday. Here we are at noon, and more rain coming our way as we get into Saturday. Small Business Saturday. That's when we dry things back on out, so it looks like a relatively dry weekend, but the end of this week is looking wet. Here's our forecast. Tomorrow, a dry day. Still hazy in the higher elevations of the Sierra and the Cascades and over towards the Siskiyous as well. Highs in the 60s and 50s. On the ridge, obviously still smoky here. Those Jarble Gap winds tonight gusting to about 30 miles an hour through the Feather River Canyon. In the north end of the valley, mostly clear. Still kind of hazy here with lows in the 30s. Highs tomorrow in the upper 60s. In the mid-valley, locally smoky, otherwise fairly clear out there, lows in the 30s. Tomorrow, highs in the 60s, locally smoky, although there will be some sunshine poking through the smoke. Finally, your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, with the weekend is always in view, getting us into the rain Wednesday, Thanksgiving, and Friday. The weekend, more or less looking dry, maybe a lingering shower Saturday morning or so. We waited for rain, and finally, here it comes.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll prepare for a week of